So with our handsome Mr. B, we're just going to warm up with a couple little basic skills, just do some nice little maybe find its to get him in the groove. I know he took a little break in between because we had some scheduling issues, so Mr. B's making up 2 of his classes. So with some of these lovely find its, what we're looking for Mr. B to do is again reorient back to me. Nice job, Bear. Yes. So we're just going to see how he's feeling because I know he took a little bit of time off. Good boy. So I know that you guys were still dealing with a bit of some of that mouthy behavior and over-arousal towards the end of the evening as well. So I know we have discussed, giving him some of those breaks throughout the day, which I think you guys have been doing a wonderful job with. We also have been discussing, using potentially the tethering, but I know you had mentioned that was a little bit overwhelming for him and he didn't quite get as comfortable with it. So remember, you might go through a few different options and then figure out what works well for both you and for him. He says he really likes these tuna and salmon snacks. They're very delicious. Just a little bit of some of my arsenal versus yours from home. But what I would like to do is work a little bit with his touching. So working that hand target, because I know you guys had also mentioned wanting him to potentially work the doorbell system in the sense of bells. If you guys are still going to be setting up the bells as a restroom scenario, as opposed to him coming and nudging or mouthing you to try to get your attention, I would make sure that the bells are, for example, first practiced with you and get him comfortable that every time he targets the bell and pokes it, he gets reinforced for it. And then you transition that to, again, a door entry zone. Make sure not to hang the bells on the door itself. Because every time he hears the door open and close, he's going to think maybe it's a restroom or outdoor moment, and then nobody brings him out. So make sure that the ringing or the little bells are not attached to a part of the door that when it moves, it actually jingles, because it might confuse him. So if, let's say in the beginning, we're going to work a little bit with hand targeting and then transition onto an item, you can then start to apply that to eventually the bell. So again, yes, nice job. So in the beginning, if I don't get the chance to sometimes mention the keyword while I'm blabbing, you'd go ahead and again, go touch and then get him to target, yes, and feed. If he's not as intrigued by the touching, you can also put the food in your hand, touch, and then get him to target and get the food right from that stinky hand. So again, touch, yes. Good job. So again, touch, yes. So if in the beginning he's not always as certain, break it down into smaller steps. I know we had mentioned hand targeting in class and some of the benefits, but we may find for him targeting first your hand and then targeting the item to be very helpful. So nice job, Mr. B. So we'll get into some more of that in just a second. I'm going to grab an item he can start to hopefully start targeting. But maybe what we'll do is we'll warm up a little bit with some of our loose leash walking for a few moments. And then we'll do a moment where I have the target and we can see if we can start to apply it to a thing. Nice job. So ready, Bear? Ready? Yes, good job. So if when he feels the little bit of the tension on the leash, I know I did kind of discuss a little bit with leash pressure and how to get him to bounce back from those moments. He seems very responsive, which is great. So I think he's been practicing. Oh, he dropped one. So very nice moment for Mr. B, working a bit with this lovely wiggle through the environment and just getting in the groove. Good job, Bear. Nice. Ready? So again, we could kind of warm him up, see if we could get a little bit with that front as well with Mr. B. Oh, what a smart man. So we'll try again working with a bit with that little target and see if we can get him to poke an item and see how he does. Good job, mister. Nice. So I'm going to go grab that thing real quick and we'll start up another little video with the item in hand so we can get him more cozy with the distraction.